Good morning, boys and girls. And today we're going to be doing lesson 4, compare customary lengths. So we know when we compare things that we have more than one item and we're trying to decide what's taller, what's shorter. I might say what is bigger, so we're always doing comparing of things. In this chapter, we not only want to compare those things, but we want to compare their numbers. What maybe if I'm comparing weight, if I'm comparing height. So I need to use the tools that we've been talking about. My tools I might be using a ruler, I might be using a yardstick, or I might be using a measuring tape. So we're going to go ahead and begin today with a joke. And your joke today is this: why are the floors of basketball courts always so damp? The players dribble a lot. What did the melon, or why did the melon jump into the lake? It wanted to be a watermelon. Ah! All right, those are good ones. I'm going to check those off. All right, let's go ahead now, and I need you to turn to page 665. And we are going to get started. So we've got two children here. And these two little girls, it says, find two objects in your classroom, compare the lengths, draw the objects, compare or explain each object, which object is shorter and which object is longer. So I have chosen, since we're out of the classroom and you're in your own house and I'm in my own house, I'm going to go ahead and compare two objects. So I'm taking a look around Mrs. Swin's house. Paper towels. Well, everybody's got paper towels. And so Mrs. Swin's going to take her roll of paper towels here, and I'm going to measure them. I'm going to measure them with my ruler. I think that should be long enough. All right, my paper towels, looks like they're exactly 11 inches. So let's draw some paper towels here. I'm going to grab my handy dandy pen. Let's make our paper towels blue. And here's my roll of paper towels. Make a little circle, looks like a cylinder. Do the best I can. And I'm going to say these are 11 inches. IN is my abbreviation for inches. All right. Looking at my house, let's see what else Mrs. Swin has. Oh, I have a cup. Well, Mrs. Swin's cup is her coffee cup. One moment, please. I need to take a drink. Man, that hits the spot this morning. So I'm going to take a look at my coffee mug, and for length, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to measure it, and it looks like it is about, let's say, so I don't spill any on the keyboard, 4 inches. All right, so let's draw a beautiful coffee mug. Remember, Mrs. Swin is not an art teacher. I'm going to make like a little square, and this is my little handle. And we're going to put 4 inches here. I-N. Always hold my breath when I use this pencil. You know that. All right, so the question on the bottom of the page is which object is shorter, which is longer? Well, my coffee mug would be shorter. Shorter. And my paper towel roll is going to be longer. Put a little arrow, put longer. We're trying. And then we have done some comparison of two objects. Easy. It gets just even easier. Let's turn the page. On the next page, Mrs. Swin's got this. It says, you can compare lengths of objects. We're going to compare a baseball bat and a golf club. So we're going to go ahead with those two objects. It says that the baseball bat is 33 inches. Your golf club is 31. So I'm going to go up here and just kind of trace over those. Let's use green right now. So I've got a nice little 33 going on here. I've got a 31. And the question is this. The baseball bat is blank inches long. Okay, well, you guys all told me it's 33 inches. The golf club is how many inches long? Yeah, 31. The golf club is how many inches shorter than the bat? When you're asking how many inches shorter something is, you're going to use operation subtraction. So 33 minus 31 is 2. You're 2 inches shorter than the bat. Now we're going to go below. It says find the objects and measure them. Write the lengths and then write if they're shorter or longer. So first I'm going to do a crayon. So Mrs. Swimp pulled out a beautiful green crayon. I'm going to use my ruler as my tool here. I'm going to measure my crayon. And when I measure it, it looks like my crayon is about, it says, mine's actually 3.5 inches. So to make this easier today, because I'm not even sure what day of the week it is, but it's a day we should be easier. Let's just make it 4 inches. Let's pretend it's a little bit longer. And then we have to do a pencil. All right, Mrs. Swint, do your pencil. I grab my ruler. And the pencil is about 6 inches. Whoop, right there, 6 inches long. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to put a 6. So they want to know how many inches. The pencil is blank inches, shorter or longer. Well, first of all, we certainly can tell the pencil is it longer or shorter? It's longer. Easy. So I'm going to put longer right here because I know that. I can see that. That's so easy. But now they want to know by how many inches longer. Well, the pencil is 6 minus 4 is, yep, all my friends, no problem there. It's 2. Let's take a look at, it looks like they're doing a chalkboard. So Mrs. Swint's got her pretend chalkboard back here. Follow me to my pretend chalkboard. All right, we'll pretend my chalkboard is, oh, my husband's a Steelers fan. Okay, so we'll pretend that that's the chalkboard. Let me measure that in feet. I'm going to use my yardstick. Let's see if that works. Well, no, yardstick's too big. Let's go ahead and I'm going to use, you know what? I think I'm going to use my measuring tape. So I'm going to go to the top of the picture, to the bottom, and we've got 29 inches. Well, 29 inches, I'm going to say it's about 2 feet then. It's more, 2 feet would actually be 24 inches. So, but we're going to go and we're closest to 2 feet here. So we're going to go with the 2 feet. And I'm going to measure my desk. Mrs. Swin doesn't have a desk, but I've got a very, very messy table over here. So I'm going to take we'll take my yardstick this time since they want to do it in feet. I'm going to check what it's closest to. Well, let's see. 2 feet is 24, 36. This one's about 3 feet. It's a pretty tall table. We do a lot of puzzles and games on there normally. So I'm going to put 3 feet. So the desk is how many feet, and is it shorter or is it longer? Well, let's take a look. Well, I can definitely tell that the desk is going to be longer. And then by how many feet? Simply subtract 3 minus 2, and we have 1. So the desk is 1 feet or foot longer. Good. Why do you need to know how to compare lengths? Well, there's a lot of times you're comparing 2 objects to make sure maybe what fits best in an area. So we want to make sure we know how to do that. Now we're going to take a look at your independent practice. Most of this you're going to be doing on your own. Find the object, measure them, write the lengths, write longer or shorter. I'm going to help you out with some of these. I'm going to give you the measurement. You will have to finish the last part, but I think for the sake of we're not in the classroom, things aren't that easily available, and you're going to drive your parents nuts if you run all around and say, Mom, I need a paperclip. Mom, I need a highlighter. So let me take care of the craziness. Let's start with a paperclip. Paperclip, I'm going to use, they want us to do inches, so we'll use our ruler. This is what was going to put a paperclip here, and it is closest to 2 inches. So I would like for you right now to put down 2 inches. Then we have a marker. All right. Mrs. Swint is going to pull out her marker. My marker looks a little bit different than that marker. It's a little skinny marker. But let's go ahead and if we take a look at the measurement here with the marker, we are at 6 inches. So we're going to put a 6. All right. Your job is to tell me the paperclip is how many inches shorter or longer. Next, we're going to Mrs. Swint's car. I'm running out there right now. Here I go. Up. What? One moment, please. And now she runs down. They're asking us in feet, and Mrs. Swint's going to say her car is, we're going to say 5 feet. No, I think we'll say 6 feet. 6 feet. Let's put 6 feet there from the bottom of the car to the top. And then, my kids, the little grandkids' toy chest over there, let's measure. Yep, that's about 4 feet. So their bookshelf, toy chest. So now you have to tell me the car is how many feet shorter or longer. Next is a shoe and a book. You probably have a shoe, so if you want to measure your own, go for it. Mrs. Swint's going to take her shoe, which doesn't smell too good right now. Let's see. Sounds like she needs to take a shower. All right, let's check her shoe out. Well, her shoe from the bottom to the top, you guys, is about 11 inches. Don't you dare say I have big feet. Smelly, yes. Big, no. All right, so we've got 11 inches for a shoe, or you can do your own shoe. And then it wants me to do a book. I just happen to have a book right here. And so I'm going to measure the back of the book from here to there. And this, our books, the particular book I had here, we're going to say it was 12 inches. So you need to do the comparison. Then we have a door. So Mrs. Swint is going to go ahead and we're going to measure the door. It again is this one is in yards. So Mrs. Swint is going to go over here. All right. 1 yard. 2 yards. It's about 2.5. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to say it's 3 yards, just to make it a little simpler for today. And then the lockers, well, I am going to pretend in my brain here that I'm in school and I have measured all the lockers in front of my classroom. Yes. And it seems like to me that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 yards. So you're going to tell me the door is how many yards, so in this case, shorter than under the lockers. So you guys got your information. You can do this. Next, on the next side, we have our problem solving. The playground is 90 yards long. The field by my house is 80 yards long. How much longer is the playground? So I'm going to take my pen. I want to underline the question. I just have to find out how much longer is the playground. I know this information is important, that the playground's 90, my house is 80. I know when they say how much longer is something, I'm comparing to. Whenever you're comparing, you are subtracting. So I'm going to have to do 90 minus 80 equals. So after you do 90 and minus 80, you will put this answer, the difference over here, on the answer line. The blue hockey stick is 4 feet long. Okay. The red hockey stick is 6 feet long. How much longer is the red hockey stick? Again, if I'm comparing, I'm subtracting. And I have to subtract then 6 minus 4. No problem. Brain, so you guys solve that and put the answer on the line. Brain builders. Audrey's basketball hoop is 7 feet tall. That's going to be important. Isaac's basketball hoop is 1 yard taller. How tall is Isaac's basketball hoop? Well, we have to know some information here. We have to know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. Remember, 3 feet equals 1 yard. That's really important. So we want to mark that down. So if I take a look here, I know that the basketball hoop was 7 and Isaac's hoop is 1 yard taller. Well, if it's 1 yard taller, I'm going to add to it, right? So I'm going to take the 7 and I need to add to it 1 yard. Well, how many feet did we say 1 yard was? 1 yard was how many feet? 3 feet. So you simply have to add 7 plus 3, and you are going to get your answer. Number 10 is Leah. Leah says her classroom is 7 yards wide. Austin says it's 21 feet wide. Both students are correct. Now explain why. Well, I'm going to give you a clue. This is my clue. 7 yards. If you have 7 threes, my friends, so I'm going to do it right here. 1, 3 plus, because we're doing feet. I want to know how many feet are in 7 yards. So I'm going to add 7 threes together. And if you have 7 threes together, guess how many feet you're going to have? And if you said 21, you are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7. All right. So 7 yards equal. 7 yards equal through 21 feet. Now, just for kicks and giggles here, let's try something. We are done with that lesson, and let me just take a peek at our homework real quick. Find the objects, measure them, write the lengths. My friends, I'm going to give you some lengths right now. So again, you don't have to drive your parents crazy. This stapler is going to be, let's make, most of you should have a stapler, but if you don't have a stapler, make it 5. Crayons, I know you have. A TV, I know you have. This is like an area rug, like a small area rug. So I'm going to say this area rug is 5 feet on the end. If that, you measure your own TV set. Let's go to the other side and see what they have you doing. Oh, man. Everybody's got a pencil. Everybody's got a notebook. I'm sure all of my friends have a window. Just if it's not the exact feet, so if it's like between 2 and 3, just go ahead and make it whatever it's closest to. Don't make it hard. This lamp, they call it a floor lamp because it rests on the floor. Some people have them in their house. Some don't. I actually, we have just small lamps. I'm going to say this floor lamp is 6 feet. So that'd be probably a pretty tall one, but that's okay. We'll go with it. Everything else is good. Now, I would like for you to take a look. We're going to go ahead, and I think it's really important to know some conversion, and they're using it here. And so let's make sure you really understand. You have told me that 12 inches. Oh, where'd it go? Come back here. 12 inches, we said, equal 1 foot. So you also want to understand then if you have 24, if I've doubled it, 12 plus 12 is 24. If I've doubled it, I'm going to have 2 feet. All right. We also know that 3 feet or 36 inches, we said, equaled 3 feet, or you could say 1 yard. Yard is YD. Whoops. So you have to simply, what you want to memorize in your head right now are some very important things. Right here, you want to memorize that 12 inches equal 1 foot. That's so important. You got to know that. You have to know that 36 inches is 3 feet or 1 yard. If you know those type of measurements, you're going to do very well when someone says, oh, it's 1.5 feet. Well, I know then it's 12 plus 6, or it's 1 yard and 1 foot. Well, I know if it's 1 yard and 1 foot, it's going to be 4 feet. I can tell how many inches because then I could say 4 feet. Well, that'd be 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. And all of my friends can add. So make sure these measurements are really important that you remember those. All right, have a great day, kids. We'll see you tomorrow.